If I was your best friend, I'd want you around me all the time. Can I be your best friend if you promise that you'll be mine?
And to again caveat off of that is I believe why this is so important is because we need community. Like in some of the seasons where we were definitely challenged in our marriage, there weren't many people within our age group that we were able to identify with that were like we could lean on.
Not even just our age group. I would say, period. How many? It wasn't that many people. Period. Age group
Yeah.
or not to lean on for sure.
Yeah, that's true. And so again, like, I believe another trick of the enemy is just to like make you feel like, oh, I don't have a support system in my marriage, or
Yeah.
like there's certain things that I can't share, and rightfully so, right? There are certain things that you can't share with your close friends and with your close family because when you two as a unit overcome some of those challenges, you don't want for those, specific personnel to still hold grudges or have the spirit of unforgiveness or just whatever the case may be, right?
Yeah.
You definitely need safe places to be able to share certain things and grow because none of us are perfect.
It's funny because people always ask me. They're like, "Yo, what do you think is a key to marriage?" And I'm like, "Well, a common ground." And they're like, "Well, what does that mean?" And I'm like, "Well, like you have your view and they have their view, but it needs to be a view that is bigger than both of your views that you both can agree on and stand on, and be convicted by and stand on principle and embrace the principle of it." And it's like, well, what are you saying? I'm saying that God has to be in the middle,
Absolutely.
because it's like
He need to be the foundation and in the middle.
it's her platform, it's my platform, and then where's the common ground? Because otherwise, we're just jumping back and forth between platforms.
Yeah.
The only common ground has to be a separate ground,
Yeah.
and that separate ground is the Lord, and that ground is standing on those principles will bless your marriage. So we're finally getting to the place where we're meshing together. We're going to share with you all of our ups and downs, of our highest moments, of our lowest moments, our moments where we were the closest, our moments where we were the furthest, and we're just going to let you guys in on everything. And our goal with this is three things. One, to share our story and testimony, and hopefully this can serve to bless other people that's married and people that are inspiring to be married. Two, to give you the real about marriage, because the real is not talked about enough, and rightfully so, because a lot of people don't want to.
It's sensitive.
Yeah, it's sensitive. Nobody really want people in their business, and it's the most sensitive thing in the world. So it's like you gotta do what you think is necessary to protect it,
And
right?
I think most people don't know how to cover their spouse and be authentic at the same time.
Yeah.
That takes discernment, and that only God can give you that.
And practice and time.
And practice and time.
And time.
Yeah, you're right.
So we definitely want to share our testimony. Definitely want to give you the real about marriage, okay?
Yeah.
The real. The real. And not just the real about our marriage, the real about a marriage altogether, okay? Because they be capping out here.
They do.
They be capping.
They do.
They be capping. They be capping. Let me
They
tell
do.
you something,
They
fellas.
do.
I know that y'all can relate with me with this. Ladies, I'm sure you can too. But I mean, I know you can. Marriage is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Absolutely.
The most rewarding thing. I've ever done in my life. But it
it's
is the hardest.